have people like JoJo Siwa doing whatever she's doing, just successful, full of audacity and a little bit of delusion, but successful and thriving. Hey y'all, welcome back to my channel. My name is Sonia. I'm not really sure what direction this channel is going in, but I'm just gonna yap until we figure it out. Cool. Okay, in this video we're gonna be talking about having a little bit of audacity. I'm not talking about the audacity that the boys with podcast mics have. I'm not talking about that. They're scary. I'm talking about the audacity that you must have to actually go after what you know you're supposed to be going after. Literally, whatever you just thought about, that's exactly what you're supposed to be going after, and following through with it. At the core of it, having audacity entails trusting yourself and having faith. For me, trusting myself means I'm trusting in God, and having faith in myself means I'm having faith in God as well. I believe that we have certain dreams that we just can't shake, like literally from childhood, that if you can't shake it, that means you were literally meant to do it. Back to the original point, having audacity is first trusting yourself enough to do the work that needs to be done in order to actually say you are going after whatever you desire. Actually say you're going after the life that you see for yourself. Trusting yourself to do the work is having discipline. It's doing those little tasks that you don't want to do, doing things that you don't actually feel like doing to get to an end goal that you want. And every once in a while, something miraculous will happen. For example, I have been wanting to start a YouTube channel for years. Like ever since high school, I've been like, oh, it would be cool to have a YouTube channel. I didn't start it until this year, 2024, January 2024. And you know how long it took for me to get monetized? I got monetized in March of 2024. How does that happen? It's listen, I know how that happens. It's nothing but the grace of God. But when I tell you, sometimes all you have to do is take that first step. Take that first step in doing whatever you want to do and see what happens. Like, things like that don't happen overnight all the time. Like, sometimes it might take you on average, it takes people a year to get monetized on YouTube. It took me a couple of months. Now, that doesn't mean that I just make like 20,000 every month. Like, like that's not a thing. Like, I literally have to work and work and work. But sometimes when you take that first step and something miraculous happens, like you get a glimmer, and those glimmers are going to just keep you going, man. Being monetized like that happened miraculously. Cool. That wouldn't have happened if I wasn't being consistent through getting 5 views, through getting 10 views on a video that took me like a couple of hours to do and to edit. Trusting yourself to do the work and having discipline is also respecting yourself. You have to respect yourself. For example, if your boss tells you, oh, I need this report in by Tuesday at 3 p.m., you're going to have that report in by Tuesday at 3 p.m. But if you tell yourself, oh, I'm going to get up and go to the gym at 6 a.m. 6 a.m. comes around, you get up and you're just like, oh no, like it'll be fine. Let me try again tomorrow. Internally, you're teaching yourself that you can't be trusted. You're teaching yourself that you're going to let yourself down. That's something that I've had to learn growing up. If you tell yourself that you are going to do something and you fall through time and time again, internally, you don't trust yourself. You don't respect yourself, because for people that you respect, you follow through. Why aren't you following through for yourself? You come up with all of these excuses not to follow through for yourself, but internally, like subconsciously, you don't respect yourself. You don't trust yourself. And that's something that needs to change in order to have the audacity to go after the life that you want, to go after the things in life that you want. I'm not even talking about, oh, have the audacity to start the podcast, have the audacity to, no. I literally mean, like, if you come from a family who didn't go to college and you want to go to college, you can be the one that goes to college and finishes and gets a degree. You can do that. But also, you have to know, like, the greatest things in life, they take time. They don't come overnight. They take work. They take dedication. And there's going to be bumps in the road. That's life. Life throws the most random things at you. If you have that belief, if you have that faith, if you have that trust and that respect and discipline, that will literally get you through the hardest times. There's a few people's stories that I absolutely love, especially when I'm thinking about like what I see for myself. Number one, Keith Lee. Keith Lee started doing food reviews in his child's, I think, Paw Patrol chair in his apartment, like in a corner of his apartment with his wife.
It just dawned on me. I ain't did a mental health check-in in a minute. Let's talk about it. Life be lifing. I used to do this all the time where I would stop and I would just reflect and let things be what they are and like kind of just speak what's on my mind. And maybe I'm talking to myself, I'm loud. Maybe I'm talking to somebody who's watching. I don't know who I'm talking to, but I used to do this a lot where I would just get my thoughts out because it's really healthy for me and I'm an overthinker. It just really helps me be grounded and be present in like my day-to-day. So today is a mental health check-in. How you doing? I would say I'm doing well. 27 is different. It just feel different. It feel different. My body feel different. My mind feel different. It's a good different though, but it's different. Speaking of 27, we coming up on the year mark of when everything really took off. Last year in November is when my whole life changed. Crazy. From sitting in a Paw Patrol chair eating food to being here now is surreal. When I say surreal, that's again why I'm doing a mental health check-in, because life be life, and I'm gonna say it again, it just be moving so fast and you don't even realize that the days have gone by. I just want to say I'm thankful, I'm grateful, I appreciate y'all from the bottom of my heart. Thank you for being on the journey. I genuinely think this is still only the beginning, and it feels like that's crazy to say. Again, I don't know who I'm talking to. I don't know if I'm talking to myself out loud, but I got it, you got it, he got us. God bless you, have an amazing day, y'all be safe.
Now look at him. This man is changing people's lives with food reviews. This man can go to a struggling business and have that place jump in 24 hours from one single TikTok. That did not happen overnight. 2, Tim's. I love her story. Tim's did not come from like a musical background, musical family or anything. Her mom did not play a range of music in the house. Her mom played mostly Christian music, actually. She went to college to get a degree in economics, started working a job that she absolutely hated while perfecting her craft.
My mom's here, and before I quit my job, my mom had broken her leg, and we were in a really tough place, and you know, if someone broke into her house and held her like knife points, and I told her I want to do this thing, I want to actually release a song, I want to try. And even though we were struggling, she said, yeah, I'm with you, I think this is what you're meant to do. And it took a lot for me to see my mom suffer. And I released a song called Mr. Rebel. And I'm dedicating this song to my mom.
She has been perfecting her craft year after year after year, learning to produce for herself, because the producers that she was coming into contact with, they wanted some foolishness, and she was just like, no, I'm not doing that. So she learned how to produce for herself, and now look at her, touring the world, doing what she loves.
I would have died to make music, not necessarily to be big or to be famous, or like I would have died to just make music for a living. Because back home, music isn't a profession that is respected. When you're
Is that right?
Yeah, no. When you're doing music, it's like, why are you doing music? Like, no parent wants their child to do music. It's like, go to school, be a doctor, be a lawyer, be a profession that we recognize. And when you say music, it's like, what? I really tried. I went to school and I tried my best, and I got a job after I got like a little job, trying to make something of myself. And after a few months, I was just like, I'm going to die in this job and it's going to kill me. So I need to do what I should actually be dying for, which is my passion. Exactly.
That was years in the making. 3, Victoria Monet. Victoria Monet. This woman has been in the music industry for over 15 years. She is just now winning a Grammy for Best New Artist. Make it make sense. People said, if you have a kid, it's going to get so hard. It's going to be so expensive. I don't know. She had a kid and released one of the biggest songs of her career. That was 15 years in the making. Her debut album did not come out until 2023. She played the background for over a decade. And now look at her, getting her shine. She is like all over these award shows, winning Grammys. Like, you can't make this up. That didn't happen overnight.
But I tell any woman wanting to do any of this to ask themselves, would you want this if I told you it was going to take 15 years? Would you still want it? Is it a timing thing? Like, what is it about this that you want? And I feel like the biggest takeaway for me is I feel like I took the streets. Like, you can take the freeway if you want to get somewhere fast, but you can take the streets and maybe learn a little bit more about the city that you're driving through. You may be, in comparison, arriving a little bit later than everyone else who took the freeway, but you know so much more about where you've been than everyone else who took the freeway.
All 3 of these people had the audacity to go after what they saw for themselves. Even if their circumstances were not ideal, they still said, okay, these are the cards that I've been dealt, and so let me play them the best that I can. And look at them. And I know like 2 of those examples were literally music related, but you guys know I'm a music girly. I say all of this to say that, not to sound corny, but follow that dream that you have. Whatever the dream is. Like, it's not even always career related. Because you don't know what could happen. You don't know what could happen. I feel like the older you get, the more society kind of tells you, like, oh, give up those dreams. Give up those dreams. You're too old. Like, you've waited too long. And it's coming from people who gave up on what they wanted to do. You know what I say to that? All those little voices talking inside your head, tell them to shut up and go back to hell. Because if you decide this is the life that I want for myself, who can tell you that you're not worthy of it? Who can tell you that, oh no, I don't see that for you, so it's not going to happen? No, you didn't see that for yourself, so it's not going to happen for you. But for me, if I trust myself enough to do the work, oh, it's going to happen every single time. This was a very like on a whim video, but I don't know. Something in my spirit was just like, oh, just put it out. Let's see what happens. Anyways, I hope you guys enjoyed this video. I hope you have a beautiful day, a beautiful night whenever you're watching this. Please, if you like this video, give me a like. That would help me out a lot. Bye, guys.